These three bros made over $300,000 streaming on PumpFun. Not just that, this person have made over $30,000, $40,000, $100,000 in less than 1 week by streaming on PumpFun. But it's not always as fun as just making money by streaming on this platform. When you bring crypto and streaming and put it into one place like PumpFun has done, there's a lot of good and bad that come with it that people don't have to think about. So in this video, let's talk about the good, bad, neutral stuff that goes into streaming on PumpFun and whether or not it's a good option for you to do as someone that wants to become a streamer. So first of all, let me just start this video off by saying I don't hate PumpFun. I think they're a fantastic company. For those of you that haven't heard of them, it is the platform that basically 99% of people use to create coins to trade with. So if you were here during the TikTok meme coin meta, when like Chill House, Rizmus, and all those other things were happening, those coins were created on PumpFun. And PumpFun in the ecosystem of like companies in general has made over $600 million in less than a year. They are one of the most profitable, fast-growing companies on the planet. And then recently, about 6 months ago, they pivoted to streaming. They told people that they're gonna add streaming clips onto their platform for people that want to use them instead of Kick or Rumble or Twitch. And initially people were like, what are you doing, bro? This is crypto. This is not like something you can just like kill Twitch. It's not that possible. But surprisingly enough, they brought in a lot of big guys from like Web 2 traditional media into PumpFun crypto streaming by simply telling them how much money they can make. And this is unconfirmed, but I believe also giving them a couple money on the side as well to stream on there too. But guys like Michael Curlio. He's a streamer and like an esports guy that moved on to PumpFun and now exclusively streams on there. They brought Brown House, which is like a bunch of South Asian bros that create TikToks and Instagram and stuff, and moved them onto streaming only on PumpFun. And a lot of other people that may or may not have already had clout are now streaming exclusively on PumpFun. But the one thing that people don't quite understand that you have to do in order to make this money is create a token for yourself. And to some people it doesn't matter, to some people it does, but let's go over the good and bad that comes with creating a token for yourself. So for me, I've been in crypto for about 4 years. I have clout only on Twitter. So in my little ecosystem of crypto creators or crypto influencers or whatever you want to call it, lots of them, 99% of them do not have a token. So that should be a note to you that these people that are native to crypto don't have a token. But now there's people who don't give a fuck about any of that, which is great, moving in, creating a token for themselves, making $100,000 in a week, and then just streaming on this platform instead of Kick. I think that's a great idea, and I think, why wouldn't you do that? But when you create a token for yourself, you create a financial incentive for people to be interested in your growth. Now this can be good or bad, because let's say that you invest in me, Ashen, as a streamer, and you found me at 2 viewers on PumpFun, and you kept on watching until I hit 100,000 concurrent viewers. You would think that if you bought my token early at 2 viewers, all the way up to 100,000 viewers, that the price of the token would go up and you would make a lot of money because you would be betting on my success. And more so than not, this does happen for a short period of time. But your token looks like this. Beep, 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 beep. People get bored of you, then you die. 99% of tokens, even when they're backed by millions and billions of dollars, protocols, companies, revenue streams, whatever. Sadly, that's just how the market works. Crypto moves very quickly, so they find one coin, they love it, they dump it, then they go to the next one. They love it, they dump it, they go to the next one, just like these crypto streaming tokens. So when you create a token, just like the Bagwork guys who have made over $300,000, life-changing money, and at some point or another, people will get bored of you and will move on. Sadly, that's just what the market has shown us. But in this meta, if they are right, and crypto streaming and streaming just in general, or people having a token tied to them in general, proves to be the thing that people want, then they should reverse this trend and it should continue to grow as the creator grows. But sadly, even if you do go from 2 to 100,000 viewers, then you go down to 50,000, there are thousands of people who bought from the 100,000 to 50,000 viewer range, or we'll say market cap of your token, that are now negative on their investment into you. You've created a financial burden on these people that now when they watch you, they're not thinking about, oh, look at him, he's playing CSGO and he's doing political commentary. No, they're thinking about, I used my last paycheck to buy your bullshit token, and now I'm down 40% on it. You're sitting here eating a taco on stream. Go do something to pump the token. This is the main problem when it comes to creating a token for yourself. It's why people like me who are native to crypto or whatever haven't really done that. There's only a few select people who have done it and done it very well, and when they do it on PumpFun. But this little thing that you create here of, I need to pump my token, I need to pump my token, it starts to unnaturally alter your content that was already maybe good into, what can I do to clip farm and to aura farm as much as possible to make my token ideally go up? Because just because you go up in concurrent viewers or reach or impression, it doesn't necessarily mean that people are going to pull out their phone, buy your token, and invest into your viewers. The conversion rate rate between some middle schooler watching your stream and going, oh, here's a token, I should buy it, and watching it go up or down is like 1%. Like, of those 5,000 concurrent viewers, maybe 20 people are gonna buy your token, and even then, maybe 20 people are gonna go at $20 into that token. This seems to be the trend of what happens. If you look at the graph for any of these things here, here, and here, you could see beep, boop, beep, and then they're cooked. But you have to ask yourself, does that really matter? These people bought these tokens in their own free will. They knew that there is a risk involved in any sort of investing. They wanted to buy my token for whatever reason. They knew it could go down, it could go up. It's not on me that you decided to buy this token. Two different sides here. Even I don't know what the right answer is here. And if you are one of these people that trades one of these tokens on PumpFun or anywhere else, the best wallet you should use to do that is Solflare, the sponsor of this video and the stream and many other videos that we do. They are one of the prettiest, nicest wallets you can use to trade things only on Solana, so not a multi-chain wallet. Stick only to Solana if you want to. Use your ledger on them, use your meme coins, RWAs, stocks, DeFi, stablecoins, whatever it is that you're doing. Use it on Solflare because they're one of the prettiest, nicest wallets you can do that kind of stuff on, and they sponsored this video, so thank you to them. And then the best part about all this is if you're a creator or a streamer, you get to make $100,000 in 1 week by the fees that come with this token, which is the next thing I want to talk about. You making money on this token doesn't necessarily mean that you hold 90% of the supply and just keep selling it. A lot of these guys, like Bagwork, like Rasmer, like Based House, like all these really cool creators who are on PumpFun, they own 0% of their token, meaning they have no way to make money by selling on other people, which is usually what people do. Even investors do that with stocks like Tesla or whatever. But these guys, they'll own 0. And the way that they make money is through creator fees, meaning if people trade this token, whether they buy or sell it or do whatever, any single time that token is traded, a portion of those fees goes to the creator. And that is how they're making this money. So if you can get volume, whether it's selling volume or buying volume, you will make a portion of those fees, which I think is a really, really smart incentive that other people haven't really been doing, and PumpFun is doing fantastically well. And that's why you can say, this guy didn't rug me. He doesn't even have any percentage of his token. He's making money on fees, which a lot of these people is what they're doing, and it's a really smart way to make money even if you were to do it. Like a lot of these guys streaming on here, as you can see, they're not really doing anything crazy. It's just like you would find on Kick or Twitch. Even some of these guys like Brown House or like Based House, not just that, you can see that this culture is not just, oh, crypto bro streaming. No, they're streaming everything. Like all these guys here, this guy's playing a video game, he's outside doing an IRL stream, this guy's just talking in his car. They've probably all made a couple $1,000s on their token. They could or could not also hold supply to make even more money on this token. The culture that's created here is that with these fees, people can do whatever they want with it. And you're definitely more likely to make more money streaming on PumpFun in like a month than you are in a year streaming anywhere else. That's just how it works. But of course, like the risk I said before, you have to assume those risks with it. But even with that, a lot of cool people like Jakey, they have an entire house. PumpFun and the team behind it are very, very involved in the people streaming on their platform because of how early it is. This guy, Alan, who like runs the show at PumpFun, he's paid for private jets for the Bagwork bros. He sponsors a lot of the streams, like people have rented out houses and have content creator houses, like Based House, he pays for that. Not just that, he'll pay for random other nonsense that you might need for your stream. He'll pay for the setup, whatever, so that you can go do stuff on his platform. This is one of the benefits that come with early adoption of platforms and stuff, because you could be one of the few people that know the CMO of this company well because there's not that many people there, and you believed in the product early and you're able to benefit from that. And again, on that topic, this guy here, Feed the People, $165,000 he's earned in rewards that he's using to feed people. Meals for the less fortunate on Soul, Feed Souls. That's amazing. So not only is this guy streaming with a token attached to him on PumpFun, but he said all of the money he makes, he's gonna donate it. As someone that runs a charity in crypto, that is amazing. So I think that's one good use case. And people, when they trade this token, they know that this is the reason that it exists, and this is the reason why I'm choosing to buy or sell this token. But of course, as with any new ingenious idea in crypto, there are some bad stuff that happens. I'm not gonna show this, but there's a woman that did a live birth. I'm not joking. I'm not gonna show it on YouTube because I'll get deleted. You can search it up if you want, if you're old enough. She did a live birth, and she said first live birth on PumpFun, made a token for it, and got a bunch of money for doing that. I'm not lying. You can search that up on your own. This guy brings up a good point. Guap, he's another guy that's like deep in crypto or whatever on crypto Twitter. It's true what he says. This first time streamer not only made $20,000 in probably one day, but he had 3,800 viewers on his first stream. That does not happen anywhere in any other streaming platform unless you get rated by Kai Cenat on your first day of streaming. Very, very true. That $20,000 though, that'll never happen until you get to big, big levels. A lot of these guys, they end up just streaming like gambling, like they just live gamble, which is fine. You can do whatever you want. But as you can see from the chart, this guy's all-time high was 44 million. Mitch, the GOAT, he's like an actual person with pull in crypto, and even his all-time high was 44 mil. Crazy. Right now he's sitting at 2 mil. You have to understand that sadly, again, not my opinion, I'm not hating, but the market, the way that it moves, it goes from one thing to one thing to one thing to another. In crypto, it's exponential. So there's like a very low chance, unless you're goated at keeping people's attention, that your token will keep that volume and will ideally continue to go up and not have a minus 99% spiral with it. Another fun case that we saw happening on PumpFun streaming, which again, there was a lot of bad stuff that happened like a year and a half ago. We won't even talk about that. We'll talk about the fun stuff happening now. 101-year-old grandma streaming on PumpFun. She was just sitting there and the camera was on her and she was just talking to her grandson, who definitely like put her up for ransom or some shit. It was like, for like 45 minutes, and then she ended up rugging. You put grandma on the stream, you said, Dolly, don't move for a second. I need to make $45,000 in fees because you're the first grandma on stream. And then in the end, she said this, and then she just rugged the entire token. I mean, game is game. She's 101 years old. How long could the stream be? She wasn't gonna make it very far to begin with. Now that you've added financial incentives to anything, it gets pretty tough because people will do anything to make money, as we know. But there are a lot of other really cool streamers that I think are taking the bull case to this idea. And that's kind of the stuff that I wanted to go into the good and the bad of this. So if you're a streamer and you're on Kick and Twitch and you're struggling to get to 5, 10 viewers, you could think, hey, maybe if I create a token and I do this the correct way and I follow the outline that even the founder himself, Alan, has said, and I get enough supply of my token long-term, I'm transparent about my plans, I keep their plans to launch a coin low-key beforehand, I have a streaming schedule, etc. Maybe I could create a token and stream on PumpFun and then cross-stream on Twitch and Kick and all these other places, and maybe I'll make a bunch of money if I get enough volume in my token. But you need to understand that with this, you've created a financial tie to your success. People may not be watching you just for fun anymore. Like when they watch fucking Kai Sen and all those other guys streaming and Speed, they're not doing it because please do something cool, I need my token to go up, I'm down $50, my last paycheck was into your token and now I'm gonna lose money. No, they just like them and they're watching the stream because they want to watch their stream. You take away that innocence by attaching a token to it, I believe. But on the other hand, it is a free market. These people have willingly, on their own free will, bought your token. You shouldn't worry about it. It's like, I don't even know the answer. If you're struggling to get 5 to 10 viewers on Twitch or Kick and you want to like amp it up short term for sure, maybe extend it to a long-term scenario if you can keep clip farming enough, then you should stream on PumpFun. You'll make a lot more money, basically guaranteed. Number 2, you'll be hitching your wagon to a newer streaming platform that may or may not do well than Kick or Twitch or wherever, just like we saw with Kick. They weren't doing too well until they started doing well. And the people that were on their platform early ended up benefiting a lot from it. And number 3, your first initial stream definitely will do much better than just first 10 on any other streaming platform, because once that token gets up there, people will be able to trade it, see it, join your stream, see if you're worth watching, see if you're worth staying around for, and maybe you are. If you got game is game. Maybe you are worth sticking around for. But before you do any of this, think very clearly. Once you create this token, you cannot take it back, just saying. So if you want to do this, I think what they're doing is ingenious if it fits your ethos. But if you just want to become a streamer and you don't want that financial tie and you don't want to worry about your graph only going down just like every other sadly token has kind of gone down, then I would say don't do this. Just stick to the traditional methods. You can stream on PumpFun with your friends on their token. You don't need a token of your own, and just stick to Twitter, Twitch, Kick, whatever it may be that you're streaming on, and ideally just keep grinding that. But yeah, really cool stuff happening in crypto, kind of only possible on crypto. If you're interested in that, go check it out. If not, sub here. We're going to be talking about a lot more stuff that could make you money or lose you a lot of money, just like this.